Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, The Life of Bree, the SPT. I know it's been a while, y'all. I know. I realized one of my weaknesses as a Gemini is I'm inconsistent. So I'm really gonna work on that. Like I really am. But today this video is about the interview process. I've had a few people email me and text me and DM me and say that they have interviews coming up, and I'm so excited. I'm so happy for you guys. I remember my interviews, and it was just like, as soon as you get that email, you just want to milli rock, So I know how you guys are feeling. So you're this close to getting into PT school, okay? So I'm gonna tell you how to kill the interview, girl and boys. You're gonna kill it. I believe in you. You got this, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the video. So the first thing when you prepare for this interview is to practice answering questions. So to help you guys, I created a Google Doc, and it's going to be listed below in the drop down little menu. You can feel free to open it, share it, to do whatever you want with it. I want you guys to practice answering questions. I have over 20 questions, I believe, and I've highlighted some in yellow, and those are you more than likely will be asked that on the interview, a 9 times out of 10 chance that you will be asked that. And then the ones that are highlighted in yellow are the ones I believe I put for you may be asked it in the interview, but it's something that you should know how to answer. So when I was preparing for my interview, I had my list of questions. I typed down my answers because I wanted to make sure that I got everything out that I wanted to say. And then I refined how I spoke. I refined my speaking pattern to make sure that I got all of the information that I needed to say. So I practiced with my friends and my family. So I would give them the list of questions, and I would say, okay, we're going to act like this is a real interview. Let me know if I am not being concise, I'm not being thorough, it's too long-winded, or if I'm doing any type of weird body movements, or I'm using a lot of filler words. Like some people, y'all have the ums and uhs really bad, and we all use ums and uhs, but for some of y'all who do the so I went to the that's annoying. Fix it, please. Go ahead and start working on that now, because even when you present for your capstone or even projects in class, there are people who will mark all fours. Fix it now, okay? So go ahead and practice answering those questions. Go ahead and get those ums, uhs, and buts, and this and that's, all those extra filler words out of your speaking pattern. And be engaged, be thorough, be concise. Make sure you're saying everything that is pertinent to the answer, okay? So that's one thing. Practice. Number 2, when you go on your interview, look nice. And you say like, Bree, why would you say that? Of course I'm gonna look nice. I have seen people look a mess. And sadly, even though we say we don't judge people, we do judge people. Like if I don't know you, I'm gonna look at your appearance and be like, is it somebody I can kick it with, be cool with, or no? And that's how it is. Even though it shouldn't be that way, we should get to know the person. The interview process is a couple of hours. Like I can't know your whole life story by then, so I'm gonna just look at you and figure out who you are a little bit. So with that, please find a professional looking outfit, and an outfit that is a representation of who you are. So for my ladies, if you are a person who likes to wear makeup and get their hair done a lot, there's nothing wrong with that. For my interview, your girl, I had the bundles. The bundles was laid, the face was beats, but it wasn't an excess beat. It wasn't extra. Even though I love my makeup and I spent a lot of money at Sephora for it, I didn't come in there with a cut crease or a smoky eye or extra eyelashes or highlight that you can see from outer space. I didn't do that. I still had the beat on. I was wearing Fenty foundation and the concealer, eyebrows, nice neutral eyeshadow. I used my Too Faced mascara. I think it was Too Faced mascara, nice neutral lip. That's what you have to do. Keep it subtle. If you're not a girl who doesn't wear makeup, that's fine. Wash your face. Put some moisturizer on it. Make sure you look nice for your outfit. If you're going to wear a skirt, nowadays we don't really like to wear skirts, and you'll see women in pantsuits. But if you're going to wear a skirt, make sure it covers your ass sets, okay? Make sure that every time you're walking, you're not having to tug on your skirt or your dress or whatever it is. If you're going to wear heels, make sure the heels are not too high, and make sure the heels are conducive for walking. For some interviews, you just may be in 1 or 2 rooms. For some, they may take you on a tour of the school, and you'll be going up from room to room. So make sure you are able to walk in them. I wore a nice little black office pump, a nice little cute classic one, 4-inch heels, nothing too crazy, just gave me a little height, a little boost. And when it was time for us to go on our tours, I switched into my faux Gucci loafers. They're really Steve Madden's, but they look like Gucci's on the outside. Slipped into those, and people's like, girl, those are cute. I was cute and comfortable. Make sure you work that out. I also brought a nice little purse, more like a bag that I can put my Padfolio in and things like that. You want to look nice, be yourself, but don't do too much. That's the thing. And for my fellas, listen to me closely. Please, 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 wear a suit that you can fit, okay? I know for some people that money may be a problem. You can't spend hundreds of dollars on a suit, and that's okay. Find pieces and put those together. H&M, Express, save your little coins and buy something that looks nice and that's well-fitting for you. If you invest into a nice suit now, you can possibly wear this suit throughout PT school when you're presenting, you are going to conferences and things like that. So I would say to do that. It's not the best look when you are wearing what looks like your grandfather's suit. The sleeve is all the way down to your palm of your hand. You're going to be shaking hands and all of those things. You don't want all the extra fabric getting in the way. You want to look like you belong, you're used to this and things like that. So do that. With bright colors, if you want to wear them, go ahead. I'm not the traditional black and white pantsuits girl. I did wear black pants and a black and white blazer, but I wore a bright yellow shirt. Apparently, I love yellow during this time of the year. But I wore it's not yellow, it's more like a golden. Golden. Well, it's a nice bright golden shirt. So I was one of the only few black girls there, and the yellow shirt definitely made me stand out and stick out more. So if you're a person who likes color, and add some fall colors in there. Look cute. This is your time to shine. People are going to judge you on how you look. So you might as well give it your best shot, okay? As soon as you look cute, get nice, get dressed, and you are heading towards your interview, the moment you step out of that car and you walk into the building, you are being watched, judged, and interviewed. Okay, so when you walk in, more than likely you are going to be greeted by students of the current program, and they're going to be directing you to the rooms that you need to go to and all of that stuff. So when you walk in, even if it's early in the morning, I'm not a morning person, but I walked in with a smile. Okay, I walked in, hi, how are you? How's everything going? Just being nice and lovely. Students are going to talk about you, because the professor said, hey, I can't have my eyes to the streets. I can't see everything that's going on. So I want you guys to mark down students who stand out and mark down students who stand out for the wrong reasons, okay? So you don't want to be that student who stands out for the wrong reason of being unfriendly or of being standoffish or anything like that. So when you are around the students, you can calm down a little bit because they're not the faculty with the final say, but you should be cognitive. Ooh, that word is always so hard for me. Cognitive. You should be aware. Right now, speech is not going to come out. You should be aware that they are also judging you. So be mindful of that. Also, when you're around the students, I use that time to ask them questions. I was talking to different students, wanted to get their opinions about the program, how they felt. One thing I love to ask is, okay, you say this program is great, but there has to be at least one thing that you do not like. So be honest with me. What is one thing that you don't like about this program, or one thing you would like to change? And that's when you honestly get the real answer. When you pull about one or two to the side and be like, hey, let me know what's up. Okay? And with that question and that answer, you can see if this program is the right fit for you. And sometimes the thing that a student says that they don't like is nothing that you consider a deal breaker. But this is something that I believe that you should ask. So go ahead and do that. All right? Okay, now after that, we have your actual interview process. So you can have a couple things that happens. You can have a single interview where it's just you and the interviewer, which is a faculty member, or you can just have you and it's probably 2 or 3 other people who are interviewing you. One may be a faculty member, the other one may be a local physical therapist in the community that works with the school, such as being a clinical instructor, or another person in the interview could be a former graduate of the program. So when you are being interviewed by 2 people, you do need to be looking at both parties when you are speaking. They will both ask you questions. They will have your actual application printed out, your resume, your essays, your transcripts, all of that. So you guys should remember what you wrote down, what you told schools, what you sent schools, because they will ask you, hey, Bree, can you tell me about the time that you worked as a rehab tech at an outpatient facility on the northwest side of Houston and you worked with Dr. So-and-so? And you have to say, oh, yeah, I did right there. You have to remember that, not say, huh? When did I put that down? Because they're going to know you lying. Okay? So don't lie. If you're not going to remember, you lie. Don't do that. Okay? But when they ask you questions, just answer them as honestly as possible. Hopefully you have practiced some of these questions. But if they ask you a question that you have no idea or you were not prepared to answer, take the time to think. They do not care how quickly you can say some nonsense out of your mouth. You're not a salesperson. You are a physical therapist. So they want to see how thoughtful, how concise you can be. So if they ask you a question, this is the only time that I say use filler words. You can say, that's a really good question. Let me think about it for a minute. Or, no one has ever asked me anything like that. That's a really good question. Okay. Or, let me have a moment to think about it. Whatever phrase you want to say, use that. Have time to think about it. This is the time that you can look away and actually think and then come up with your answer. Okay? So don't rush to answer every single question. Let your interviewer finish saying the question before you start speaking, please. Okay? Oh, and also at the end of the interview, ask them questions as well. In the Google Doc, I also, all at the bottom, I have a couple of questions that you can ask your faculty or interviewer, whoever it is. One question I do like to ask is about research. So since this is a doctoral program, you will be participating in research. You will present research for your capstone and all of those things. I am interested in original research. So I asked, hey, so when it is time for my capstone, do I only have the option of working with faculty members that have a specific area of expertise? Like, what if everyone is ortho, vestibular, cardiopulm, or pediatrics, and you really want to do neuro? Am I just limited to only working with these faculty members that only have these levels of expertise? Or can I be mentored by someone else? Or do I have the possibility to participate in research at another facility or on main campus, or whatever it is? Whatever question you have, make sure it's a good one. And it's actually something that you care about. Don't ask, well, how much does school cost? Because you can find it on the school website. Or they will more than likely have a little seminar that's going to break down school cost and paying for it and all that kind of stuff. Don't ask questions that you can easily Google. Please do not do that. Please. So ask them a question, at least one question, before you step out of your interview. Okay? And the last one, and the most important one, is to be yourself. You looked great enough on paper that they decided to email you and say, hey, come in, we like you, we want to give you an interview. This is the time to sell yourself. Even though you have to put on a little bit of little oomph, don't bring a representative of who you are. Try to be yourself. Be yourself, but be professional. That's all I want you guys to do. Smile, enjoy it. This is an amazing moment. There are some people who applied to this school and didn't even get an email that said, hey, we would like an interview. You are moving closer to your dreams. So be happy in that moment, live in that moment, and be yourself. So whatever the outcomes are after you leave that interview, you should feel confident in saying, hey, I believe I showed a good representation of who I am. And if they like me, they like me. And if they don't, they don't. Okay? The school that is meant for you will like you, enjoy you, and send you a congratulations. We would like to admit you into the DTP program of class of X, Y, and Z. Okay? So remember, I believe in you. You got this. You are amazing. You are smart. You are beautiful. All those amazing, great things. If you have any questions, you guys can always leave it in the comments. Go ahead and follow me on social media, and I will get back to you. Okay, so have a good rest of the week and day. I will try to be more consistent with uploading videos. Please, please, please tell me all of the good news that you guys have. Whatever it is, I want to know. Like, it really does make me happy when people say, like, hey, I got an interview, I got accepted into school already, or whatever it is. Like, it makes me so elated. So please share that good news with me, okay? Go ahead and like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later.